The comments got me howling right now. I had a nice, beautiful intro plan, but the fact that we're starting the show an hour earlier than usual, but that means it's only actually 57 minutes early because we're always 3 minutes late. Oh man, much respect to you guys. Love it. Thank you for joining us. We're gonna talk a little hoops, talk a little spring training, a time-honored tradition taking place right now where the Boston Red Sox kick off spring training in a 7 inning televised game by kicking the shit out of a college opponent. A tradition in sport unlike any other for us to overreact to and get into the weeds on that.
Is that today? Are they're doing that? Like that's real?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Dude, they do it every year, man. They play like Northeastern or like whatever, and they play a 7 inning game. It's always televised. It's kind of like the first game of spring training almost every year, except for we had for the first time in a long time. We had one yesterday with the Padres and Dodgers there. But it's spring training in full go here. We're gonna have full slate of games this weekend and stuff, and most teams are gonna be back in full fledged action by Monday, I think Sunday or Monday. Yeah.
Yeah, my old man just flew down to spring training for I think the first time that in Florida, the Florida one. So he's I know he's definitely looking forward to it. And yeah, there's some hope on the horizon. You know, not coming from me, but in Pirates land, you know, getting a little optimism riled up
All right.
in Pirates land. So yeah, I'm so excited, man. I love baseball so much. Baseball dailies just hit like nothing else. I mean, you think basketball's tilting? There's nothing more tilting than the number 9 hitter on the Nationals being the guy you need. Like, give me that. Give me those slates. I can't wait.
I can't wait, man. I can't wait for that sort of stuff. That's cool. So your old man's going down to Florida. Like Florida's kind of spread out. So is he like where is the Pirates complex? Where is like is that where he's headed to?
Yeah, they're in Bradenton.
Okay.
So I think he's just going to be around that area. I don't really know the schedule or anything like that, but yeah, I'd like to get down there at some point.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, we should do a BadgeBros one of these days. We should do a little tandem with Underdog, get down there. Maybe I see I like Arizona because it's so dense. Like you can get to every park in like 35, 40 minutes. But the Florida one would be pretty cool. Either way, good to have baseball back.
Oh yeah. And you can do pick'ems for spring training too. They've got Nerfies in there.
Okay. We'll check it out.
I have no lean. I have no lean, but
right. Yeah. There you go. Neumy2's got us here. 32 days until we can start drafting MLB dailies. So I don't know if that's until opening day or if that's like where he's anticipating launching contests, but heard it here first. 32 days until MLB dailies. But let's start in the NBA streets. Fun 12 gamer last night. Awesome to see some scroll the F downs needed to get home there. You needed Cade in the 5th, like we talked about ad nauseum in yesterday's show, that 48 burger from him. And then we talked about Kuzma, Vassell. We talked about all these guys. Mobley. We even took Mobley in one of our drafts there in the last round. Like those were the guys you needed, man. So nice that we were all over it. Nice that both you and I had some decent nights last night. I had a top 20 in the main there, and you took down second in the full court press.
Yeah, I believe it was second place there, just narrowly over crutches in that full court press, and then Jump Free was first. So friends and family up at the top on that one.
Yeah, love it. Yeah, so Jump Free had a good one there, and then CFT giving you a shout in the Discord there as well. Yeah, so for the Vassell call there and helped him take down the buzzer beater, I believe, the $3.
I think it was a buzzer beater, yeah.
Nice. Yeah, so big shouts to the community. Fun, nice night of hoops back there. And this slate, Nez, I will say it is completely different than yesterday, even though there's a lot of overlap in teams. There's a lot of overlap in some of these large spread game environments, like on paper mismatches. There's some similarities, but it's very different than last night in my estimation right now because there's so much ambiguity on this one. Yesterday, there was like such static tiers, right? And we talked about it on the show, like, hey, the first 3, then the first 5, then the whatever. And it kept pushing people into the same patterns over and over again. So what we did on the show was, we pushed up the Phoenix guys and put them together to like get contrarian. Like tonight, you don't really have to do stuff like that because you're going to naturally fall into some contrarian patterns because we're waiting on so much news right now. And some people are artificially already amending their rankings for anticipatory news. And then some people are, just drafting off like what's going down at ADP level right now. So what's your overarching with that?
I think it's very advantageous to draft. It's always going to be if you are, grinding the news. And I'm not even a big news grinder. It's just, we've only had one game post All-Star break, so there isn't like a ton necessarily to like keep up with. So that's what's like makes it kind of nice. But there's a lot of people waiting to draft right now. Like I've been in these like mid to high stakes lobbies, and not a lot of people that I recognize in there right now. So everybody's like waiting for the news to drop, waiting for updated projections, yada, yada. Miss me with that. Get out there, put your nuts on the table, and take Alfred Şengün ahead of ADP, man. It's okay. It's okay. Just do it.
Yeah, no, exactly, man. Like I feel like this is a scroll the F down dream right now because some of the projection models haven't caught up yet. There's they've a couple hours behind on one platform and then another platform hasn't even released yet. So I think people are a little shook with the ambiguity. They're waiting for, we're going to get another news drop in about 12, 13 minutes. I would not be shocked to see, some Q tags pop up for some of the back-to-back guys like AD potentially, like Joker potentially, like Jamal potentially. Yeah, like just a lot of this stuff. We got the first iteration of that with the Pels guys. No shock in the world that BI and Zion, we talked about it yesterday. We're like, hey, this is a back-to-back. Zion's going to get the foot tag tomorrow 100%. And then his status is going to be fully dependent on whether or not BI plays tonight. So it's like we got to sift through and read the tea leaves a little bit right now. And people don't like that because that doesn't make for comfy clicks, right?
Yeah, I feel very comfortable navigating these rooms right now. I mean, I'm only 10 drafts in, but it's only 1 in the main, 2 heat checks, 3 dunks, and 4 crossovers, partridge in a pear tree, and it's been fun. These drafts, okay. I'm really into these rooms right now. I mean, we can start wherever you want to start on today's slate, but I feel very confident right at this moment. Maybe it's because I had my first profitable night and like significantly profitable night in like 5 weeks, probably. But
famous last words to like come off a little bull run and be like, fucking, we're back, baby. I got it. We're so back. I got all the calls now. I got Vassal right last night. I'm nailing everything today.
Well, there's a lot of teams on the slate today, and a lot of teams on the slate that like I like to draft like their game environments. Some of them are coupled together, like Raptors and Hawks. That is like, it's got me salivating. And when you get Rockets and Suns, and we just got the Nurkic doubtful, like the Beal stuff, Rockets and Suns there. Like I'm really excited for these Rockets. Like there's some good spots today, man. There's good attackable matchups in my opinion, or at least like the Nez flow charts are just like they're humming today.
Okay, cool. Well, let's start there. Let's start game environment wise because I got a spicy take right off the jump associated with game environment. Yesterday's big take for me was the you wanted one piece of that Indy and Detroit, but then that was kind of it because that game was going to go off the rails. The spread was going to play too. The total was too high and those guys weren't going to get full minutes and you'd want to look elsewhere for game environment. That's kind of where like I was at. I'm feeling similarly today about a game right here where everybody is pushed up, and that's Thunder's Wiz right now for me, where you get a big game from J-Dub yesterday. You get Chet has a decent game. You have a huge game from Kuzma yesterday, and the reaction is everyone pushes them up in the rankings today. Everyone goes, look at the total, look at the whatever. I'm way more skittish than the field right now, Nez. That I I don't want multiple pieces from this game because this has one-sided blowout written all over it for me and artificial thrust up in ADP because of recency bias.
I think it's a pretty fair way to look at this game. I mean, the total is, I mean, the spread is insane. Uh, excuse me. I mean, are you fading Shea? So if it's like Shea, no, like nobody else, like do you have a hard and fast rule of like one player only from this game?
Kind of, yeah. That I'm playing it very similar to like yesterday's Pacers game, where it's kind of like if I take Shea, everything else is out because Shea breaks the slate in 3/4 kind of thing. Because I don't anticipate getting big minutes from this game. So if I'm looking for game stacks or I'm looking for like big usage, I'm looking elsewhere.
Okay. I kind of like that. This is in the open gym slate, I believe. Or I thought it was. Maybe it's not. What? Where am I drafting Tyus Jones? I've drafted Tyus Jones a couple
Full court
times.
press, maybe.
Oh no, this game is in the open gym.
Okay, there you go.
Interesting. Yeah, I've drafted like Tyus Jones a couple times over there. I honestly like wasn't factoring in the spread here. Maybe I should. I don't want to get too thrown off my scent. Like trying to go with what I, just a little bit of gut. But like for me, like I want a lot of Jalen Williams here. I just it's hard for me to get off this matchup, man. Wizards versus Thunder, just like it's drawing me in big time. And I hear I hear your words of caution, and it's smart, but I'm probably just gonna be the fly to the lamp and get buzzed and killed.
Well, I respect it. The Tyus one's an interesting shout just in general because we saw Jordan Poole move to the bench last night. Shameful graphic from Bleacher Report to make a sad benched one from him. Make one for Clay if you're going to make one for him like that. They made one for Clay?
They did.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to mush the bit, but they have.
Then I allow it. But the Tyus shout's good because, even though Poole moved to the bench last night, he still played like 30 something minutes. But Tyus just an expanded ball handling role when, and we saw it with Kuz because Kuz had an expanded ball handling role that led to his big night last night without Poole being out there. Right. So yeah. I like the Tyus call.
Yeah. Otherwise, I think your words of caution are smart.
Okay. And then like I guess living rent free in my head was like that we could see some Q tags pop up here. Kuz low key renowned for a little day after Q tag, whether he plays through it or not. That's completely separate conversation. But yeah. Anyways, let's move to some other games here. Other ones you alluded to Atlanta and the Raps liking it there. We already got an RJ Barrett Q tag there, which is probably good news for everybody else. Clint Capella coming back, probably going to be minutes limit, will be minutes limit. So not sure what they'll do with some of the 5 minutes. Maybe some backup 5 run actually goes to Jalen Johnson here versus Kelly O. That would make a lot of sense to me. Like you have to run Capella versus Jacob Pirtle, but like Jakob. Yeah, I don't know. That was kind of like my macro level thoughts here. What do you think?
The Olynyk effect, at least like from what I've seen, hasn't been like too strong. At least I guess I'm speaking around like Pirtle in this conversation. Like I think Pirtle is like a pretty good pick in the open gym right now. Okay. I don't think that he's going to make too much sense in the main, but he's going to be sneaky. And I mean, when you got a 245 total, Pirtle can get you 50. He's, we've seen it happen. But the main pieces from this game that like I'm attacking aggressively, Scotty, IQ, Trey, Jalen, DeJounte, like getting them with heavy frequency right now. This is what I've been waiting for. I've been trying to attack the Raptors. It really doesn't get too much juicier than Raptors versus Hawks. I am super excited for this game.
Yeah, no, I really like that. I'm full lockstep with you. I was actually just in a draft where a guy just took like 4 Hawks in a row, or 3 Hawks and a Raptor in a row, and I was like, I can't fault that, man. Like, yeah, fully lockstep there. IQ definitely in play in the 6th round in the main. Jalen as well, and I've been pushing up DeJounte a decent bit, where I've actually taken him in the 4th a couple times to get some weird ass 30 ADPs together combos. Paired him with CJ McCollum and can't remember who the other guy I wanted to push up was. But yeah, just some of the spots I'm getting exploitative with ADP. Sixers, Cavs kind of low-key fell flat on their face last night. They made a ball game out of it, but fell flat on their face without Donovan Mitchell last night. Garland had no points through the first half. You know, like that's not what you want when a guy's going to get 35 to 38 minutes. Pretty crazy. He salvaged a little bit in the 3rd and 4th there, but it, I watched a little bit of that game last night and just the Cavs just looked pretty out of sync without Donovan Mitchell on the floor there. But yeah, Mobley had a decent night. Jared Allen's ADP a little too rich for my liking today. Outside of that, what are your initial thoughts here?
This is something that I'm excited to take. Like this is a pretty damn good Spida spot, and he's coming off, not playing last night. He's got the Q tag, so we were getting him at a pretty steep discount for playing the Sixers. Very much into Spida Mitchell today. This is awesome. I mean, 14.6 ADP. Yeah, this is a loaded slate. I'm not like it's hard for him to get ahead of a lot of these guys, but Tyrese Maxey, I'm taking Spida over him every single time. Bam is a tough one, but I think I'd take Spida over Bam as well. Can't do it over Trae Young. And Ant against the Bucks is tough, but these Suns guys, man, and I mean, I don't know, low key in a vacuum, I think I'd rather have Spida over these Suns players, but I'm not trying to end up with like 70% Donovan Mitchell, but he's jumping off the page for me today.
Okay. Yeah, I like it. Illness tag, obviously super hard to decipher and figure out. Like he went through shoot around yesterday and then didn't end up playing.
Right.
Have we seen a shoot around note today? I have yet to see one, but
I haven't seen it yet. No.
Okay, let us know in the chat if you guys see anything different or with injury report in a second. It's we're 20 after right now, so it's gonna come down in about 5 minutes time here. But yeah, no. I really like it if he goes. Another little wrinkle I'll add to it: national TV game. So Spida seems like that kind of guy who wants national TV, right? Like, doesn't he just seem like that dude? This is purely anecdotal, but yeah.
I mean, someone that like scores a lot of points, I think would like to score buckets on Natty TV. You know, I think you're right on that.
Oh man. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Anything else you like on the other side of that game? Anything in general? I mean, I think Allen's ADP is too high. I think I said that already, but
yeah, Mobley over Allen for me, like easily, and they still haven't flipped, so it's really interesting. One thing I wanted to say, just like a quick question, going back to this Raptors game, if and when RJ Barrett gets ruled out, Emmanuel Quickly in the ETR rankings will be player number blank in their rankings.
29. Yeah.
I'm gonna raise you like 6 spots.
Yeah, six might be fair. I think there's a lot of good plays today that a lot of news can shift a lot of guys.
They're gonna lose their minds over IQ today, dude. Just wait. Wait. When those projections come out after RJ Barrett, if and when he gets ruled out, like it's gonna be. I'm telling you, it's gonna be nuts.
Yeah, he's definitely a guy to get ahead of right now, but like I won't rank him ahead of 28 or 29 today. I don't think.
Okay.
Yeah, that's where I'll be at, and I fucking love IQ. IQ's usage has been like so weird with the Raptors. Our guy Winky tweeted out a a chart in what they've done with him versus like what he was doing with the Knicks, it's bizarre, man. But I think a little bit of noise in that because the original portion of that sample had Dennis Schroeder in it, and now Schroeder's gone. So I think like you can run him with the second unit with the ball in his hand as well, and he could still play like 38 minutes today and have like overlap with both units as the ball handler.
My read on that was he was maybe just like trying to get acclimated to playing a lot more minutes than he was used to. That was my cope.
Yeah, that's fair.
But I did see that too. Shout out Winky. He's goated.
Yeah, he is. Love the threads he puts together. Okay. Anything else from that? I think I really love the Jalen Johnson playing backup 5 thesis in my mind that he's going to get like big minutes and he's available in the 6th round.
He's a really good price right now.
Yeah, I think if I can pair like him and IQ together in like the 5-6 right now, I'm about it.
Yep,
I like that. Suns Rockets. Beal's got the doubtful tag, so not expecting him right now. We probably should have been. I got really bullish in my Booker ranking on my own terms, and I had 36 or 38% Booker last night. I think maybe I just missed it while we were talking about it. I should have been a little more like open about my thought process there. The ball handling role without Beal is kind of like the bullish thing for me with Booker. So most of the models I think will have Durant above Booker again today. I think I tend to lean the Booker side. Now the player versus defense matchup is probably a little worse today, getting like Freddie to guard him on the perimeter kind of deal. But yeah, that's just kind of like where my mindset is with Booker's usage in terms of like without Beal. I think he sees a better boost than KD does.
I vibe with that. I think more often than not, I'm gonna like place my chips on Booker outscoring Durant. Just to usually get Booker at a discount, which is even better. 233 total here. Pretty nice to be against the Rockets. Like I've kind of been saying, man, these are not the Rockets of early season where like they used to be like slow and boring. Like we're kind of back to some fun Rockets teams here. Like I'll have at field maybe a little bit over with Booker and KD. With the Beal news and the Nurkic news now.
Mm-hmm.
Is
the Nurk D tag official?
Yeah.
Okay. Good shout. Because okay. So Crosschest Life saying in the chat here, no Nurk could boards and blocks for Durant as like rim protector. That's definitely But I was kind of like walking back like my Booker stance, not like walking back, just like adding more context to my Booker stance from yesterday kind of thing, and like what I think of his role.
And we're gonna get something similar here, and these Rockets are very fun. Really, I'm honestly surprised that they're 4-point dogs at home, considering the Suns just played last night. That seems rich. If I was a betting man, which I'm not, I'd throw a little something on the Rockets there.
Okay, well, I think one wrinkle of it is we could see Fred VanVleet Q tag and not play today, and that might be enough
because he left mid game, right, and then came back.
Yes, and just his first game back after an injury that kept him out for like 2.5 weeks. I think there's a non-zero chance that Fred doesn't play today.
Well, I don't know. Like we kind of met. Well, I guess they did. They obviously did play last night, so both these teams are on a back-to-back, so that kind of cancels each other out. I still like Şengün tonight, even with or without Fred VanVleet. He didn't really have a great game last night, but if VanVleet sits, one of these damn ancillary Rockets could have 6-round appeal. I'm not saying it's Jalen Green. Jalen Green has been pretty tough to nail, but he kind of seems like fun if that happens. And I'm looking at Amin Thompson squarely if we get no Fred VanVleet tonight. Not that like that's going to open up a ton, but it does open up something in my opinion. Amin Thompson has just been, fantasy gold for us. And with this iteration of this Suns team, I think Amin could find himself in squarely draftable territory in the 6.
Love it. Yep, good shout there, and like increased boards opportunity there when you take a big from the other side out too.
Yeah, I buy that.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, the other one on KD is he got PJ Washington last night, and PJ Washington low-key did work.
No shit.
Yeah, man, he's kind of nice.
Dude, the Mavs are serious. The Mavs are very serious.
Dude, we were the only guys on planet Earth that liked that trade for them.
How? Like that was not a hot take. They made great moves. They filled needs. Like what? I don't understand.
And then I think what got lost in the shuffle was like everybody was like, they gave up so much for just like PJ Washington and whatever. And it's like, nah, man, they got out of Grant Williams' contract. That's like the biggest win here. Like,
they freed Grant Williams. Now he's so happy playing in Charlotte. He loves his life, man. Have you seen the quotes? He's rainbows and sunshine now.
Oh, I love it. Oh man. Grizzlies and Clippers. Interesting game here. Clippers on the back-to-back. Probable tag for Jaren Jackson. Grizz have more bodies, let's just say that, than they've been accustomed to recently. So hopefully that means we don't really have to get to Grizz at all. Not a good spot here. I am low-key full fading Clippers right now until an injury report. It's gonna free something up, but I'm thinking I would put good money on one of Kawhi, Harden, or George sitting tonight.
Interesting. Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised. I have no lean on that situation, but they do feel like very fragile to draft at this moment. They're definitely a team that I'm not like in love with taking right now. Low total. I know it's the Grizzlies, but just not a spot that like I'm jumping off the page for me. And Jaren Jackson's already creeping up. If he does get substantial steam, like y'all can have that. Like, okay. I think he's a good pick in the 5th, but if he gets 4th round steam, like at that point, then I'm likely backing off that if it gets out of control.
Yep. No, I like that. I mean, I've taken him a couple times. Just I don't know. It's mainly just stock upside and guaranteed minutes is like what you look for in the 6th round. So I'd been taking him in the 6th when he fell. He actually almost went undrafted in one of my drafts. He fell all the way to 36.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So people are low key off it just in general. Like that one seems. Yeah. I'll be really comfortable. Here, let's play this 1v1. IQ with RJ out or Jaren Jackson Jr. They remove the probable tag. He's guaranteed to have 32 minutes tonight.
Jaren Jackson.
Okay. So maybe we would rank him somewhere in like the high 20s, mid 20s, something like that. So he's just like a solid end of 5th round pick for you.
Yeah, any time in the 5th, really, but I'm just worried about the steam. Like we see it happen when a guy gets like, reasonably placed high in rankings and like the field just overreacts like crazy.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Interesting context from Nick in the chat right now, talking about the sitting thing where, PG played 36, Kawhi played 30, and Harden played 29 might lead them to, if they're going to choose to rest PG tonight.
I like that way of thinking about it.
Yeah, they got cooked last night. I watched a little bit of that one. They got cooked, man. Shea defending his rep on home court. Love to see it. Anything else you want to say? Just player pool wise, are you getting to any auxiliary Grizzly in full court press? Like Santi Aldama, Gigi Jackson, Goodwin might start again. Anything like that?
Just Vince Williams. I haven't done a full court press yet. I've been doing the open gyms though. Those are a lot of fun. Definitely recommend getting into those drafts if you haven't.
Yeah, to
Vince Williams is there.
To piggyback that, Nez, tonight's basketball slate sets up like shout out Neumy, Hope, everyone there. Underdog did a great job because on redacted sites tonight, it's a 6-gamer or there's kind of like a split apart 10-gamer or there's whatever. On our site tonight, there's a full-fledged 10, and then there's an early window, and then there's going to be a late window 4-gamer. And it's like the perfect, it's almost like an NFL Sunday slate, but for basketball tonight, a 6, a 4, and the full 10 if you want it. So it's awesome to see. It's the best of both worlds for us tonight.
Chef Neumy in there.
Ooh, cooking it up like James Harden gonna cook the Grizz tonight. Pels and Heat. Low key right now, Nez. awful total. Might be a bad game environment. Might not get BI. Might not get Zion. Have no big leans on that. We saw Giannis or Valanciunas last night get a little uptick in his minutes. They've been doing the Nance split thing, but he played well last night and got a little more expanded role there. Hero Q tag, no Terry Rozier. This game is just screaming to me to take Jimmy Butler in the 4th round every effing time.
Yep. Yeah, it's time to get tricked by Jimmy Butler. It's that time. I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
You know, he's had a lot of time off. Then he had the All-Star break. Now all of a sudden, you know, we're just licking our chops to be like, yo, playoff Jimmy. He's got to come out post All-Star break. He's going to come out for 36 minutes. And lo and behold, we get the fucking 28-minute game for 33 fantasy points tonight.
Dude, I'm excited about it. I mean, I think this is I like the Pelicans. I mean, I know that this is a low total and no Zion. You know, I mean, this game could be really, really nasty, but I like Jimmy tonight. You know, I'm not going to have a lot of Bam, I don't think. Okay. I will have a good deal of Jimmy. And on the Pels side, I think BI is truly questionable. Yeah, Zion, we know Zion. I mean, Zion's going to get the game time decision, probably not playing. That's my lean. I'm not taking Zion unless he's in the last round. But I think that's going to open up a lot for CJ. You know, I don't really care about this total if, you know, we can pinpoint some solid usage at good draft capital. CJ's not being taken today.
Yep. No, fully in lockstep with you there. In the first 10 that I did there, I took CJ in like 4 or 5 in the 6th round, and then tried to pair him with other 6th rounders. Tried to pair him with, you know, Jalen Johnson. Tried to pair him with, you know, some unique stuff that nobody else is doing. This is good shout from Brad, like talking a little matchups. Herb on Jimmy, that matters. Both of them good defenders. Yeah, and then BI plays or swap to CJ. There's a good shout from Nick too as a 6th round play there. And then a little context from Brad about the Clippers stuff coming off the bad loss just after the break. He's kind of on the other side of the fence that maybe all Clips play tonight. So two schools of thinking for same situation. And I think that's what makes this slate so much more fun than yesterday's, just in general, is like you can do a lot here just in the middle rounds. Anything else to say about your Pels Heat? Anything there?
No, nothing there. I think we pretty much covered it. There's not a whole lot going on there other than those few names.
Right. Yeah, no, I tend to agree there. We got Portland and Nugs most likely going to be close to full strength Portland squad as of right now. I will confirm. We just got a new injury report, and we'll look up there. Yeah, Brogdon's the only one. Oh, Scoot's out too. Okay, I missed that. Yeah, and then we knew Sharp's just been out forever. So no Brogdon, no Scoot. Might make Simon's little appeal in the last round there, especially if you get some guys on the Nugs side sitting the back-to-back tonight. Ayton and Grant in play. Outside of that, yeah.
Yeah, this total, or I keep saying total, the spread seems questionably low.
Yeah. It's what I told you before the show. I've been full fading Nurk at the 101. Fuck, man! I keep doing
hope so.
I keep doing
mixing up your Serbs.
My Serbs. Yeah, I've been full fading Joker at the 101 today. I've been taking Zion ahead. I've been taking SGA and I've been taking AD kind of like in that mixed group. We're going to get to the AD one because, you know, probably going to see a midday queue there as well. Not midday, but as soon as the first injury report comes out, Q tag for AD there. AD, low key, like we've had this terrible narrative about him being injury prone and soft and not playing through stuff and whatever. Dude, he's low key like top 5, top 8, something like that in minutes in the NBA this year. And he has played through that Q tag like damn near every effing time this year. Yeah, it's been
awesome. Him and Kawhi have played a lot this season, which is great.
Yeah.
You know, you love that. Good for the game.
Yeah, fully agree. Yes. So Nez, as you alluded to, Game total low, spread not as big as we'd anticipate to see. I think we could see some funny business on the Nuggets side here. I think there's a really good chance. And there was some coach speak about it too, like during the All-Star break that we talked about it yesterday. Just to rehash for everybody, there was some coach speak there where Malone was like, we don't care as much about the 1 seed as we care about resting our guys and making sure everyone's healthy for a playoff push and a playoff run. So, yeah, that combination and Jamal just coming back from injury. Who's sitting tonight?
I think Jamal Murray.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
He's got the nagging hamstring. I think that they could be really cautious with him. I mean, sure, it could be Joker, but if I was to guess who's sitting, I would probably guess Jamal. I'm not like rushing to the podium for anybody other than I'm going to continue to take Jokic until I see otherwise. And then on the other side of this game, man, like I have no appetite for any of these guys really. I mean, Simons, maybe. But haven't even gotten there yet, you know, whether it be because of where I'm drafting from or what. But, you know, this game is a pretty big stay away from me.
Okay. One reason I low key was leaning towards more like Jamal playing than Joker playing was the fact that the KCP came back off the injury last game and then he left early last night. Like,
Gotcha.
I think they really need ball handling tonight. And I mean, that doesn't mean that Joker can't, serve as some of that role. And that might make for an crazy fun expanded Joker role, to be honest. And yeah, I don't know. That's just where my bro science was at in terms of like deciding between the two. But okay. I think we're on to something tonight that we're going to get an injury report. I just checked the 231 and still nothing. Yeah, still not submitted on Hornets, Warriors, Nuggets, Spurs, Lakers have all still not submitted. So those will be coming at 3:30. Yeah, 3:30. So
okay.
another hour window of drafting is going to take place here where, you could be dodging some landmines or finding some value depending on your assumptions.
Something to watch.
Cool. Aforementioned Hornets and Warriors. Hornets low key since the trade deadline have been good on defense, Nez. Like collectively, they have all of a sudden been good on defense. What does that do for this game environment? I got a Steph take too, but what does that do for this game for you?
Well, 13 points is a lot of points there, and I'm looking at this team and I like Brandon Miller tonight and I like Miles Bridges tonight, and I am kind of buying into the output that we've seen from Steph lately. He's been like their primary scorer, been having awesome games. I don't know. I mean, I'm pretty vanilla here. Like I like Miller, Bridges, and Steph, and that's really it. The Kuminga ceiling hasn't been there lately, and Draymond Green, maybe in dads only. Nothing for the main slate for me otherwise.
Yeah, no, I'm fully in lockstep there. Nick alluding to it in the chat here that we can stop fading Curry. I watched Hand on the Hardwood last night, watched the first half of Warriors game last night, and man, Steph looks old school, putting it up, Steph, like fearless shooting. When we watched him in the beginning of the season, man, a lot of distributing, a lot of, I don't know, it just didn't look like Steph. And now all of a sudden, he went on that torrid streak before the All-Star break where I think it was 6 threes or 7 threes in 5 straight games, like NBA record. I can't remember what the actual number was. It was 6 or 7. And then he had another 6 last night. Like he just looks like old school Steph, put it up from anywhere, remind everybody that I'm Steph Curry right now. And that's a different player than what we were seeing early in the season that we were correctly fading. Now I think we gotta start boosting them back up the ranks here.
Yeah, it's about time, bite the bullet. Steph is here. So I'm excited about it. I'm not fading him tonight. No, sir. Not against his his daddy's team. So we gotta buckle down and bite some and draft some Steph.
Yeah, that's a good shout. His dad will be commentating on the other side tonight. Bucks T-Wolves, traditionally not a good spot to get to against the T-Wolves, one of the best defensive teams in all of basketball, looking like they'll have everybody tonight. The flow chart says that we should like Ant back on the other side there, opposing guards versus the Bucks. Dame's price tag a little rich for me in the main contest right now. I was getting over on Giannis despite not loving the matchup, but just get me over on Giannis comparative to the top of the draft board today. Anything else to add? Rudy's popping in the models as fucking always.
Yeah, I do like Rudy over Cat.
Okay.
So Cat's ADP is extremely rich. Extremely rich. Don't understand that. But Ant feels good. I mean, it's just a tough range of guys that, I want them all, but you can't. So I'll probably just end up being like at the field on Ant tonight. But
Okay.
Giannis far and away the 102.
Okay. So you still like Joker 101, you like Giannis 102, and then that's kind of where the draft starts for you.
Yep. Yeah. And I'm with you on Dame. Don't really love taking Dame tonight.
Okay.
That's
Yeah,
really
I think we're in lockstep there. Is there anyone else deeper player pool wise for the dad slate that you'll be getting to there?
Haven't really looked at it too far to see like who is forced to be in our pool or not, but maybe like Mike Conley.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, it'll be kind of like that, or like Bobby Portis potential every night for those short slates. But nothing fun to click. Lakers and Spurs. Weird injury reporting on LeBron where he got like a super early Q tag for yesterday's game, like right after the All-Star break. And then before yesterday's game even started, he got a probable tag for today's game that he was going to like play today, but he wasn't going to play last night. It just very strange. And then they were talking about it at tip on the broadcast there where they were already like, before the game even tipped, they were like, yeah, and LeBron's going to play tomorrow. It's just like, okay, I guess like he just knows how his ankle's going to feel tomorrow or whatever. So bizarre Fugazi Q tags there, which gives me a little pause that AD could have something creep up on the injury report at 3:30 here, or Wemby on the back-to-back could have a little something on the other side if it plays off that. But if we just treat this game like it is at face value right now, basically 3 draftable pieces, and they are all going appropriately. I think maybe we should move up LeBron.
Oh yeah. LeBron's gonna go ape shit tonight.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm so excited about LeBron, and it's because I don't think AD plays. Now, if AD plays, oh buddy, AD that now things really switch. Like now, I want to get ahead of this AD stuff, but it's tough because like, can you really put AD ahead of Jokic and Giannis? I mean, I think I could talk myself into it, man. Like this matchup for me, it just seems so advanced. Like there is no physicality on the Spurs. They're gonna get absolutely stomped by LeBron and AD on the defensive end. Like they have no answers for those guys whatsoever. This should be awesome, but it's just a matter of like how the injury boots fall here. And I think we get Wemby too. Like the way that they've been kind of monitoring his minutes, I think is to maximize how often he can play.
Okay.
So that, because I mean, 20 minutes of Wemby, and more is going to help you out over the long run as opposed to like not having him at all in some games. So I think we get Wemby tonight, which should be awesome. Like the fact that I think LeBron and AD are going to absolutely cook doesn't mean that I don't like Wemby tonight. But man, this should be a show. Really, okay. Like for LeBron, he's got a 23.5 raw point pick'em. Like that to me is like my favorite pick'em of the day. Like I want to do something with that.
Okay. Well, let's do something with it right now. Yeah, I like the shout, man. I like I think LeBron is mispriced, like where his current ADP is, both in terms of if AD plays and in terms of if he gets this job on his lonesome. So let's play that narrative right now. AD sits tonight. What should LeBron's ADP be?
Four.
Four? Yeah, like do you take him ahead of Wemby?
Yeah, I do.
Right.
I would.
Okay. Yeah. So I mean, like that means LeBron's mispriced if we anticipate that scenario.
I would rank him there. I don't know that I would actually do that in practice because I don't think the steam would be that big. You know what I'm saying? But
okay.
Yeah, I'm excited about LeBron tonight.
Okay. Okay. So then AD is in. Where do you take LeBron?
I'd probably take him like 1-2 turn.
Okay, so you take him
get some texture there, like because not a lot of people are gonna move him or gonna take him there.
Okay, so he's either way he's mispriced is what we're alluding to.
I think so.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Love it. Yeah, ETR's got JJJ at 19. I mean, he just pops in the stocks every night, man. He'll be just like over the field every single night if you just pop in his projection. Him and Gobert just pop every single night in these in the models. It's crazy. Not that it's wrong. It's just yeah. All right. Shall we, Nez?
Let's do it.
Do you want to start with that pick'em idea, or do you want to start with draft?
We can just do a draft.
All right, let's rip.
I'm gonna now that we got the ETR stuff out. I'm gonna hate myself for doing this, but I'm gonna build a sheet, and we're just gonna look. We're just gonna take a look. I'm not gonna. It's not gonna impact any decisions I make. Certainly not. But we're gonna look at projections compared to ADP and try to avoid the psyop. Because I want to know where IQ is, but it's so much easier to analyze these projections when you have like ADP side by side.
Yeah, well, they definitely still have RJ in.
No, for sure.
So IQ, grain of salt. Yeah.
It'll be very telling to see where they have him right now, though. And then you can just kind of like guess the movement.
I'll guess that right now they have him. I know that's not what you were implying, but now I want to. Right now they have him 38, and he is behind. Let me think of some names. He is behind RJ.
He is behind RJ.
He's behind Vassell. He's behind Tobias Harris. He's behind maybe Tyus Jones, Ayton.
Ahead of Jones and Harris, but he's at 42 right now with a projection of 33. So it's like a pretty strong tier break. If he gains 4 points on his projection, which is like a lot, then he goes into 33 range. So yeah, I guess I was a little off on the bullishness. I mean, it's a star-studded slate, so that I guess that does make sense.
Mm-hmm. Scotty Bolway, for the people catching the reference there, he we didn't talk about him much there, but is he a staple for your 6-7 turn here, or do you want to do something different with like Durant, LeBron, Booker, LeBron?
Scotty.
What do you like?
I think Scotty LeBron is Scotty Braun is fun.
All right, let's do Scotty Braun then.
Even though this will probably like be a thing if AD is out, but they might wait until like 20 minutes left until lock or something to make this kind of announcement.
I guarantee we don't get news until way after lock. They're a night game. They're 7:30 my time. They're 10:30 Eastern. There's a 0% chance they rule out AD. Like they just slap a Q tag on them at 3:30, or they slap an out tag at 3:30. If you don't get it, that's Eastern. If you don't get it, then you're not getting anything.
Yeah,
that's my thought process.
All right, let's see what else is going on here.
Durant ahead of Booker again there. The Durant projection on the site has taken a nice little bump after the Nurk news. They had him as a 51.
Really?
Yeah, the Insight projections.
Oh, God damn.
For what it's worth, both models I'm looking at have Durant ahead of Booker and ahead of, well, this one has him ahead of Wemby.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good God. That's something I'm not used to seeing. I got to figure out these weights that I'm applying here.
Oh, refreshed, new update. Now right behind Wemby.
I was gonna say, man, that's some bullishness.
Yeah, it's just bullish. One guy we haven't talked about yet, but good spot, continues to perform, continues to pop in the models every single night. Might have a chance at him right here is Miles Bridges. Do you like him tonight, Nez?
I do. I Bridges against the Warriors is feels like a damn good spot, and he's a little bit of value based on where the projections like him, but yeah.
Okay, for me here, I think we can make a decision on one of the two Clippers, anticipating PG being out and then having like one of these two guys would push up, or we can go all the way to a known commodity in Jimmy Butler usage.
Go to Jimmy.
All right, let's do it. Let's flip the board.
Yeah, who cares? Take Jimmy.
Cool.
I like the best plays today.
Yeah, let's get our heart ripped out on fucking Jimmy buckets playing 28 minutes.
God, no. Don't put that out there.
Yeah, that's a good shout. No CJ stuff up yet. They're definitely gonna wait.
Oh yeah, I mean, everybody knows Zion is.
Yeah, Nick saying SGA #1 on ETR. He was #1 on Stochastic this morning as well.
Whoa.
Yeah, since Stochastic is updated, they're all tied. Yeah, they're all at 56 with fractions of points. I don't know. Like, it's very interesting. We talked about this yesterday. How we talk about, like, as much as we love the projections, like the projections aren't built for our site, and mean projections, like, if you're ranking based on mean projections, you're going to lose because like you're just setting yourself up for failure when your decision point for taking SGA over Joker today is because a model has his mean projection 0.7 more points than the two guys ahead. Like, you're setting yourself up for failure from the jump, right?
100%. Like, context matters.
Yeah, context matters a lot.
Mm-hmm. And the context being like the form of fantasy that we are playing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, JJJ, DeJounte, Kawhi, Spida, big time values per the computers today.
JJJ, Spida, and who was the last one? Sorry,
DeJounte and Kawhi.
Yeah, that checks out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, this was where I was at, Nick. I was like, I wanted Giannis because it was the most competitive game environment, play the back and forth. It felt so much like the Luka decision yesterday. And I was flat out wrong on the Joker for a bit there. And then I was like, holy shit, I got to take a step back and think about this. And then I started full fading Joker and taking Luka every single time, right? JJJ went. Jalen Johnson went. Gobert, maybe, question mark?
I like Gobert and Mobley as one of these picks. Or, I meant to say or there.
Okay. And who do you like as the other one? Say Gobert. Whatever. I don't particularly like
Gobert. Mobley right now. I mean, I could be talked into another pick here, but I like.
And we think this Jamal is gonna fall is real because people think he's gonna sit. You don't want to take the swap or take the potential of him here?
I mean, you could. I just like Mobley. I like bigs against the Sixers. I think can do some serious damage.
Okay, and the fact that he didn't receive a Q tag, right away when they gave the Donovan Mitchell news and stuff like that makes us pretty certain that he's minutes limit's gone. He can play back to backs. Blah blah blah.
Yeah, that's how I feel about it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I like it.
I got to BRB just 1 second.
Sure.
And then you want to do some baseball?
Yeah, I'll hop one more here and then we'll do baseball.
Okay.
All right. Let's get in here. Yo, let me know who you guys are getting over the field on right now. I'd be really curious just in general. Yeah, this Herb one kind of like scares me a bit. Like everyone's talking about the Herb Jones been balling. Like, yeah, Herb Jones has been balling, Chad. 100% right about that. And that does kind of scare me with the Butler stuff. Oh man. Let's talk about a little TV we've been watching recently. Watching The Bear right now. The Bear. What do you guys think? You guys watched that one yet? It won a bunch of Emmys and stuff like that. Got me on it. I never worked in like a restaurant or a kitchen in my life, so I never had the experience of like understanding that dynamic and stuff. It's pretty cool. And got me into it. Now every time I'm cooking, I'm just screaming like, "Yes, chef," and hands and all this bullshit. They just running stuff from table to table and stuff. But really like the show and like super creative. Oh yeah, True Detective. That's next one on the list there. I like that one. Okay, cool. That's a good shout, John. Yeah, Bear. Okay, I understand this one. I understand the Bear being too stressful, right? It's like almost stressful board for people watching. It is like yeah, there's a lot of yelling, there's a lot of back and forth. It is heavy, but like the episodes in between make it worth it. But yeah, I could definitely see that. Love is blind. Not for me, T-Bear. Not for me. Oh. What did Nez lie about? Easy. Overweight Evan Bouchard. It's Oils night. GA saying it's Oilers night. Man, I thought I had myself a good sweat last night in the puck after dark. Dangles after dark there. Okay, let's start doing some funky stuff here while Nez is gone. Let's not take Wemby. Let's take KD and LeBron. Let's flip the board around here. See what Crutch's autopilot does. He likes the Booker one. All right, let's do it.
Yeah, LeBron all day.
Not safe for work, Nez. I'm flipping the board over here. I passed on Scotty Bullway and Wemby.
Scotty Bullway, 5.5x on the Trippy Dub tonight. What do you think?
I don't know. He played well last night. I watched a little bit at the first half there. The fact that it's Atlanta and they don't have another like big to play and Capella's on the minutes limit, I could see him getting there in the boards department. All right, I'll entertain it. How about you? You start building the core plays right now. You said the LeBron one. Do we have a special right now?
No, there is a Freaky Friday special.
Okay, maybe we'll mix that in and figure this out. We got derailed, Ness. We were talking about TV because Nikki and I have been watching The Bear recently.
Oh, good show. I haven't seen all of it, but I watched like the first season, and it's a good show.
Yeah, it's like it's a little chaotic, it's a little hectic, it's a little loud, but the second season is a lot better than the first, in my opinion. And they're both good, but I think the second season was like a lot better.
I heard the second season is like what people really like.
Yeah. Ooh, here we go. Now we're talking. Staying GOAT for me, Nez.
Oh, dude, yeah, absolutely.
This feels like game environment smash. Now that Nurk has the D tag, And then you pair him with Durant, feels good. Kawhi, Crutch's robots auto drafting the projections with the Kawhi and Bridges pick. I was hoping for one of them to come back. Do we do the thrust up of Jimmy Buckets again here, or is there someone else you prefer?
You can. I mean, dude, Kuzma, but you don't like Kuzma today. J Dub, you don't like J Dub. Those are the guys that you can thrust up. Just do J Dub, man.
Oh shit! I didn't realize what the clock was at while I was thinking through it.
Jimmy Buckets is fine too. I have a play.
Okay.
For the pick'em.
Okay.
I mean, dude, it's unbelievable. It's truly unbelievable.
Okay. Don't say it yet because
I can't say it yet.
Yeah, Neumy2's behind the closed doors. He's going to rip it down. All these guys are going to be listening in the chat. They're going to jump it before it happens. Yeah.
It's a good one, folks. It's a good one. It involves a 5.5x spice, but I mean, the value, you got to think of the EV, folks. You got to think of an infinite timeline here. Imagine on an infinite timeline, you profit even though you have a sample size of 1. Doesn't that sound enticing? We like what we cooked up.
All right. Okay. Can't wait to hear it. Yeah, True Detective season 1 is some of the best TV ever. That's a good shout. That's a good shout from.
I watched a terrible show recently.
What'd you watch?
It's on Apple TV. It's called Silo.
Oh, okay.
Oh, dude. Heard of it. If you want to watch like not a very good show,
no. Why would I want that?
Sometimes it's fun to watch like bad TV and just get angry at like shitty ass writing.
That's not my thing.
The worst part. Or the worst part about Silo is Common, the rapper, he is like one of the main characters and he's a bad guy. Just no depth whatsoever. It is so like, if you want to watch Common, dude, just his character gives absolutely nothing. It is so funny. We watched also a, it's a popular show on Netflix right now. It was good. It gets a little wonky, but it's a good show. I gotta figure out what that was. Sorry.
Do you want to have some fun, or do you want me to bet my life that Crutch's picks?
Wait.
Hurry up. Okay, never mind. Too bad. You missed the opportunity. Okay, I'm gonna bet my life that he takes Jaren Jackson Jr. and
DeJounte.
Okay, bet my life.
No question.
Snap. You ready? Bet life. Let's see. DeJounte. Oh! I'm dead. I'm deceased. I am deceased.
Get out of here.
Oh, man. All right, let's take Jaren Jackson Jr. then.
All right.
I can't believe that. He hasn't updated his robots.
Wow. You're RP John.
Holy. Hey, Bradley said he was 0.8 points away from first place last night, Nez. Hoping you're proud. Woo. Damn, I don't know why he only addressed that to you.
What talking to the winners?
Oh, I love it. Oh, man. John was a good man. That's good.
All right, we got to get this pick'em in.
Okay, let's do it. Let's get out of here. I don't know how we're gonna get rid of me, but we'll find a creative way.
If you're gonna place this pick'em elsewhere, you're gonna get a lower payout.
Yeah, just the way why would anyone do that? Why would anyone?
They're giving us good money for this. We're gonna take it. Here's what it is. Okay. Very quickly.
Hold on. Pause. Are we taking it with this Freaky Friday Giannis special?
I think the Thanasis is way safer.
Do you have the 5? Okay. Do you have 5 is what I'm asking, or are we building it with the Freaky Friday?
You can build it with the Freaky Friday and get even more of a payout on this thing.
Okay, let's do it. Okay. You want the Thanasis one? Just for the lulls? It's better, right?
Yeah, I mean they're both free. So all right.
Of course, but it's funnier.
It is much funnier. All right. Here we go. Trae Young, double.
Trae. Double.
Yeah, it's a doc, but trust me on this. LeBron James, 23.5.
LeBron.
Before it gets to 24.5. 24 even.
Yeah, I mean, this thing's going to go super north if AD's
triple-double.
Who?
Scotty Barnes, trippy dub.
No, I don't even know who that is. Who?
Triple-double, trippy dub.
No, who?
Sir Bolway.
Sir Bolway, thank you. Scotty Bolway. Yes, Scotty Bolway. And
print. This is we don't need anything else. Just print this.
That's it? Just 4 of them? 4 of them with the free square?
Yes.
Okay. Max is 10 USD. 10 gets us 431.20. Confirmed.
This is where it's at.
IQ 6x triple dub might not be the worst thing in the world if you get you're just basically making the bed that RJ sits.
And isn't it only a double?
Oh yeah. Sorry. That's what I meant. Did I say triple?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I just dropped that one in the chat. Rip. I love this stuff in the chat. Now that I'm gone, Nez, you need a new BadgeBros member. Who's it gonna
be? Dude, IQ double for 6x. I can get down with that.
Okay.
But we need to get some baseball in.
Yeah, let's do it. I'll hop into draft right now and everyone can join up and we can talk about it on the fly. We could talk about my sweet GM from this morning. And then we could talk about why Mike Trout is the best pick that we may never ever have an opportunity to pick again.
I like where we're at.
6 more. 2 more. 1 more.
They can't wait to draft with you, dude.
Snap. They are looking for every opportunity in the world to soak up this dumbass streamer's EV. Baby Stevie.
You said it, not me.
Bear, Grill Belichick, AMAC D, 1, 2, 3, jump free, woo J Train. Love it.
Dude, IQ double with the Trae Young double is fun. I like that.
Mm-hmm. Kind of fun. A little game correlation there. Okay. Noah keeps asking about Easy got owned by the location check.
So it happens, man. So it happens.
Okay. 2 things off the hop. We got to hit this. We're not going to hit it right now, but we'll hit it in a second. Noah keeps asking about Manoah. Woo brought up on his stream some late round pitchers that he likes. He talking about Alek Manoah. There's been some positive reports about him losing weight, blah, blah, blah. We could talk about Manoah in a second there. The other one that we have to bring up right now is Woo J Train himself in here. He's got the 112. He's saying, let's get weird. That is like the new meta for these contests where it's like 11 outfielders run off the board or 10 outfielders run off the board. And then what do you do at the back end? Is this Soto or Judge, Nez?
I've been doing more Soto.
Okay. You're scared of the toe like everybody else, huh?
No, I'm just excited about Juan Soto, damn it.
Fair enough. All right, cool.
Look at all these badges real quick, dude. You ever watch a stream from like 2021? There's like no badges in the rooms. Everybody's a stranger. It's fantastic. Keep saying it. We need new levels.
Such a long way, man. Hey, we got new members for the people in the chat. The site just hasn't adopted them yet.
Yeah, you want your new badges? We got your new badges here. Just for $5.
Yeah, you get to be a member.
Oh man.
Yeah, Raleigh said someone take Cabrian for him. Yeah, I've been taking a little bit of Cabrian recently.
As you should.
Kind of do with you. Okay, let's talk about the 112 here because you and I talked about it a little bit last night. I shared a draft that I did last night. I put Freeman and Olsen together. This is not profound insight. This is kind of what everyone does from the back end of draft boards here. Is there any merit to pushing up? And the player I suggested was Mike Trout because of the ceiling. Because every draft board, Nez, in every single draft we do, looks exactly like this right now. And the understanding of the game, coupled with the ADP, has gone too far, man. And I think we got to start doing some weird stuff to F around and, put Freddie Freeman at 7 or put, Matt Olson up there to see what happens and get weird with it. What do you think?
Yeah, at a certain point, like I don't know the numbers, but it's like how much does an infielder need to outscore the next like an outfielder to warrant being taken ahead of said outfielder? For me, this like Bobby Witt, Freeman, Olson like trio has merits to be taken ahead of Kyle Tucker and potentially Corbin Carroll. For me, I think those guys represent like some of the lower ceilings in that outfield range.
Okay.
I mean,
which is crazy to say because they both have 30-30 potential.
I
like
know
Tucker for sure, but yeah.
Yeah, I totally understand. Like these guys are just incredibly talented players, but I'm just
we're splitting hairs.
It just doesn't feel right. It just doesn't really feel right. Sorry, give me 1 second. Sorry.
Yeah. So we see Woo Woo go with the Atlanta stack. So that's something that we did on stream the other day. It feels comfy. It feels smart, especially when Freeman goes first. Ooh, Nolan Jones. That's spicy. I like it, T-Bear. Flipping the board. Nolan Jones, a classic example of a guy who never comes back. Okay, some decisions to make here. J-Ram, some reports coming out from Stephen Vogt, new manager there, that he could hit second. That couple extra ABs. Vlad is a hot commodity just in general. I don't do a ton of J-Ram. Let's do J-Ram with Soto here and see what happens. Oh, Nez, you're back. You're muted as hell. I can't hear you. Is he on the phone? I'm confused now. Did he never move and he's just been on the phone this whole time and I wasn't looking at the screen? Oh, man. Okay. Wow. The Turner, Alonso, and Tool Shed. I'm a sucker for the Tool Shed decision here, but it does feel weird taking Robert over those two.
I'm cool with those picks that you made.
Do you get the heebie-jeebies about taking the Tool Shed over, Alonso, over Turner, over Simeon, like those guys?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. That's pretty damn scary. But healthy tool shed is a very dangerous thing. So it's not like the end all be all, but it does feel like a little strange. But this is just such like I don't see a lot of separation in this range. So I would definitely say like as you do more drafts, whoever at this like 1-2 turn range, definitely, get your guy at that range. Don't feel paralyzed by the outfield scarcity either.
Yeah. Couple interesting things here going down, Nez. T-Bear flips the board with the Nolan Jones pick. Very interesting there. Because he's an example of a guy who he basically, him and Ellie, man, those are the two guys that basically always go from 32 to 41, and they just live in this little nest of the board right there. We see Seager go at 31, which he's starting to slide. I showed my draft from earlier where I got him at 47. People are getting legit scared. Like he's not going to be ready for opening day. I don't know. People are gushing over the lineup in spring today of Evan Carter at 2 and Wyatt Langford at 3. And it's like, guys, it's spring. That's literally where you're supposed to hit these studs when they're missing a whole bunch of the actual real studs and bodies. Like that's where they're supposed to be hitting.
Yeah, it'd be better. You're better off not seeing that lineup at all.
Right. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Tugging on my heartstrings. Dogman Chelsea, Christopher Morel with the 3-run bomb. Oh, or is it 3-0 count bomb? There you go.
Yeah, I don't know. Either way, Morel's coming.
That's my highest exposed player, guys, right there.
I like what Woo Woo did with his start. A little Alpha Brave stack from the infield, and then potentially getting SP. At least 2 of the top 5 most likely there with Burns and Gosman. That's a fun way to try to beat the room and win the contest, I think.
Yep, definitely. There's some interesting ones here that were said in the chat. I think it was Easy said it. Let me scroll for a sec here. This is an interesting way of just like thinking about things to me. So like Woo Woo said, he also entertained pushing up Schwarber and Trout to the end there. You create a unique combo. You get 2 guys who have big ceilings. That makes a lot of sense to me. It does put you at a disadvantage comparatively to like the Acuna Trout teams and that sort of stuff. So it's maybe a little less enjoyable to do, I guess. But I think this is a really interesting exercise from Easy, where he says Schwarber, if you switch his position to infield, he'd probably still go in the exact same range. Like I find that's a very interesting exercise.
Not for me.
No?
I dock him much more than that, personally.
Okay. Yeah.
Jesus
okay,
Christ.
Interesting decisions here. We get the Ellie fall to this side of the board. George Springer sometimes comes back this way, but we could do it. Who do you like, Nez?
Just take Ellie.
Fuck yeah. Damn straight we're taking Ellie.
Just do it.
You know what I was going to say if you said Springer?
Ellie?
Great, because I like Ellie.
Yeah. Nope. Just take Ellie. It is what it is. His spikes are so high, Pay no attention to the lows over here, You're just as likely to get that in your playoff weeks, but just think about what if he hits? Who cares that his floor is the lowest in all of the draft pool?
We made the daily analysis. All right, we're back on the board here. Do we have to start thinking about front end of staff guy? We could do Jose Santander. Gallon feels good to me. What do you like?
Do Gallon.
Okay.
I like getting some pitching here. Gallon is elite. He's like the end of a tier in my opinion, where you're going to get a lot of innings from him with some pretty strong strikeout upside. Obviously the mystery, the big puzzle is like, is he going to pitch twice in the finals?
Right.
That's no one knows for any of these guys.
Yeah.
That's what's kind of the tricky part about pitching. So it kind of makes sense to get condensed at hitter, spread out your pitching exposures, because you have no idea how these schedules are going to line up. I mean, I have my favorites, but we just have no idea how these schedules are lining up. But Gallon can definitely get you across.
Yeah, it's interesting that you bring that up, because like when we think about these contests in the daily lens, we'll kind of advise similarly in certain instances too, where we'll treat pitcher like it's goalie in the hockey daily drafts, and we'll just punt it to the 6th round. And then you'll build out these teams that have like certain stacks, because if you're going to build a contrarian onslaught stack in like a daily contest and Strider's the 1-0-1, well, guess what? That team's going to be duped, right? Because everyone's going to start Strider, and then they're going to auto draft hitters 1 through 5 with the next 5 picks, and they're going to turn into something like that, right? So like I like the shift in the meta of like the weekly lens, where if we pivot that to season long, it's like, well, if everybody's building a team out of the 12 hole and they all start with Strider there and whatever, every Strider 2-start week in the finals is going to be competing against a very similar roster, because nobody flips the board with Spencer Strider. or whatever. So now using that kind of like lens makes a lot of sense to me, where it's like if you balance your pitching portfolio, you give yourself exposures to more spikes in isolated weeks by having the possibility to have two-star pitchers in the finals that are in combos that other people don't have. Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah, 100%. I think that's really something smart to consider. Like a lot of these Strider teams, more so than many other you know, players are likely to be paired with a lot of the same guys. I would venture to guess, you know, just a hunch, you know, but it's definitely something to think about. And I mean, if Strider gets 2 starts again in the finals like he did last year, that could be meaningful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like Tyler said, you could start with like Cole and Strider. Like if they both get 2 starts in the finals, like forget about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
We can have the Senga conversation in a second. We're not going to take him here. I like Logan. I like Grayson. I like this tier of pitcher a lot. Anyone else on the hitting side you prefer?
Cruz, but I would probably say Cruz or Grayson for me.
Yeah, let's take Grayson. I like this tier of pitcher on this side of the board when it comes back like this.
Yeah, this is a awesome pocket to start drafting pitcher.
I feel like everybody feels that way though, which might lead us to some builds that are very similar.
Maybe. I don't know. I'm not like too worried about it. I mean, it is what it is, man. It's just like I think what you're starting to see is pitcher become more expensive in drafts.
Okay. Lane, O'Neill, anything else?
Cruz.
You're an addict, eh? Let's put Cruz and Ellie together and just shoot the freaking moon, huh?
If you're gonna take Ellie, why not take Cruz? You know?
Yeah, they're the same player.
Let the dorks tell it. I think. Oh, go ahead.
And no. What's up?
Just looking at some different projections here for pitching. Mm-hmm. Who? I mean, do you know how many innings Tyler Glasnow is projected for? By like
no, but I would guess 117.
It varies a lot. Mm-hmm. Steamer is the most bullish, obviously, at 154. Zips is the most bearish at 118. So a huge
so
range.
The bearish number is what the number I said was.
Mm-hmm. So it's kind of like his floor there. I think Glasnow and Ellie are like same player, different position.
Yeah, fun comp. Yeah,
both being taken very high. Both have extremely high weekly ceilings, but you know, Glasnow's floor, you know, or lack of points in your roster is more so just because of like not pitching a lot. You know, if that's the case, versus Ellie just potentially having poor performance in certain weeks. But I just say that to say I'm kind of teetering back and forth on whether or not I like Glasnow as a pick.
I like the comp. I like the comp for 2 reasons. I like it because we've talked a little bit about this behind closed doors, and I think it's a good conversation to have where we talk about, hey man, if this was a daily contest today and Glasnow's pitching, like he's probably the 101. Or like we're looking at, Matt Olson and Freddie Freeman, they're probably going in the top 5 picks every single day, every single draft, ahead of a lot of those outfielders that they go behind right now. So if we're drafting for a weekly style contest like this, why aren't we looking to pair those together despite the positional scarcity? Because we would be jumping up and down to do so on a daily contest. So I think what you're saying here, really isolating profiles of the better and best ball spike weeky potential players right now. And I think that's exactly what Glasnow is. Mm-hmm. So I think that's what Ellie is too, right?
100%. Like, I think the bull case for Ellie is not that he gives you an awesome season on the whole. It's like the guy you need. in a big way.
Right.
All right.
I mean, I don't take a ton of Steven Kwan, but if you're gonna do so, you probably do it with J Ram hitting behind him.
Ah, shit. They do stack, but I don't. Dude, this is a huge fall. You can do it if you want. Otherwise, maybe like Cattell or Eflin.
Let's do it.
The
I
only
never
time
take
you
him.
could do it.
I
I mean,
never take him.
stacked and 16 picks past ADP is probably the time to do it.
Is 16 picks enough?
It is. It is in this situation.
Oh man, I hate the accumulators. Interesting. You said Eflin. I like Justin Steele, but why do you say Eflin? I'll take Eflin if you prefer.
Just because of the I think the K upside is stronger with Eflin.
Okay. All right, let's do it.
Steele is fun, but like I worry about guys that just like all they do is just like get is have like a good ERA. Like Steele doesn't strike me as somebody that has like major K upside.
Okay.
Week game to game. Though they do have a very similar K9, so could be off on that. I liked Steele last year. I'm just worried about regression for Steele. That's my big thing.
I mean, there was a point in time where he was the National League favorite for Cy Young last year.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. See here.
Beautiful pitch distribution there.
Oh, I was looking on the other side. Yeah.
Your classic 2-pitch guy.
Classic 2-pitch lefty. Yeah. Yeah, man, that's tough.
2 pitches for a lefty is wild.
Yeah, I mean, like, how's that going to age if you don't throw like 98, which he doesn't? Like, like that.
It's wild.
That repertoire is super similar to like James Paxton, like peak James Paxton, but peak James Paxton through 100. Steele does not.
Yeah, so it's like, is this sustainable? And maybe it is. I'd like to see what he does. I got to look up more about how he chooses to attack righties. He's clearly doing something right, but I have my reservations. Like when he's there by Eflin and Keller, hard for me to take him over those guys.
Okay, I'm playing catch up in the chat here a little bit.
Hunter Green is in that same vein as like Glass now too.
Yeah, I like that. Let's think of players like that. Let's do that exercise. Let's think of like spike week potential players that don't get drafted as such, or like they could wreck a week. Like, who's the mold of a guy like Byron Buxton? There's a guy who could absolutely wreck a week because he can run, he can hit, he can whatever, right? Like, he's way more apt to wreck a week than some vanilla contributor on the back end.
I mean, Charlie Morton. If you get Charlie Morton on a start where he can get some good BABIP luck, Charlie Morton can put up scores with the best of them. Because I mean, he's still striking out guys, and his calling card isn't velocity. So I think his game is going to age really well.
Okay.
Like he's definitely as far as like an undervalued guy with that upside. And I think Dylan Cease is like kind of a fun one.
Oh my God, I'm dying inside, Nez. My two guys that both were going to set up great stacks both get ripped from my heart right in front of me there.
You don't want Eloy, dude. Not there.
Well, I wanted Morel. The McLean stack at a discount despite the oblique thing.
Yeah, that's the pick.
With
discount stack, and dude, McLean is so dirty. I can't believe that he's he's falling right now.
Yeah, I still stand by my take that their ceiling outcomes are negatively correlated.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Nootbaar, Verdugo, or pitcher? Hunter Brown or Shane Bieber?
Nootbaar.
I don't take a ton of Nootbaar, and I've taken him on 2 teams in a row.
Cardinals are going to be good. Their lineup is good.
Yeah, I think we talked about it a little bit. I think it's better than people are giving credit. There's a dude who could lead off every single day for them, and nobody drafts him. Well, there's two potentials for that, and it's Brendan Donovan and Tommy Edmonds. Both of them could lead off for that team every single day. And if you're talking about an accumulator in stacks that I could have with spike potential at the last round of drafts, like give me the guy who's hitting in front of Paul Goldschmidt and Nolan Arenado.
They're sneaky. They're definitely sneaky. I like Gorman more than both of those guys, but he's not like undrafted. But yeah, man, Brendan Donovan is that's a good shout.
Yeah, and I mean, like Gorman feels just like the guy who's going to hit 5th or 6th, and then whatever they do with Contreras behind Goldschmidt and Arenado, like it just feels like, Donovan leads off half the time or a percentage of the time.
It'll be interesting to see what they end up doing, but they're going to be they're a good lineup though.
And it's better because he's left-handed, right?
Donovan's left-handed.
Yeah. Tommy Edmonds, a switch hitter who also doesn't switch hit guy.
Yeah, what's he hitting now?
Yeah, right? I think he was like last year, there was a couple of stints where he was just like, oh yeah, I just can't hit from the other side of the plate, so let me just switch.
I wonder what Roster Resource has some like questionable lineups, but I wonder what they have. They've got him 8th right now in center field.
They have Donovan?
Donovan lead off.
Yeah, okay. But then flip it. So that's versus righties. Flip it versus lefties and see what they give us. Because they might just flip the 2. They might put Donovan on the bench.
Mm-hmm. I can't I can't get the lefty projection up, but
3 more to fill another one.
Definitely up there.
Where do we think Nootbaar hits? Behind Gorman? He hits 6 or 7?
I think 2 or 3. Personally.
I think
because like Arenado would hit cleanup.
Yeah.
Goldschmidt, it's either Goldschmidt or him will be like back to back. It's just a matter of in what order is how I'm seeing their play out.
I think there's a 0% chance Goldschmidt hits lower than 4 ever.
Yeah, it's 2 or 3.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you.
I like Volpe.
Volpe as a stack. Jimenez stacks too.
No, I don't do a lot of Jimenez.
I know. Me neither.
I don't quite understand the Jimenez stuff.
But our guy Sam Wilson likes him.
But why?
But why? Damn. Gumby would have been a nice ad there. I think we should think about pitcher here. We only got 3.
Michael
JV
King
or King. Yeah.
King for me.
You like King more than JV?
Yeah, dude. I'm not taking Justin Verlander this season.
Okay, fair enough.
49 years old.
The King ceiling's fun.
Extremely fun.
Where did Perez go? Perez goes... Okay. Perez should flip spots with Senga.
Did Senga go already?
Yeah, at 82. Senga should go at like 150 now. But
Senga
might just be.
Now is a good time to draft because let other people in your draft take Kodai Senga.
It's scary, right?
It's not good. Not good.
Okay.
Dude, first year, this is his sophomore season, off like 200 plus innings.
Yep.
With a different size ball, shoulder strain. I'm scared. I am terrified.
And we were talking about it a little bit last night in the Stacking Dingers chat that Dark Sheep brought up a really good point that they did sneak him like extra rest last year and make him pitch every 6th day. Like they did do the classic the classic Japanese transfer move where you stretch the rotation and make him pitch every 6 days instead of every 5. So, yeah.
Yeah, he still ended up starting 29 games, 166 innings. It's not. Yeah, this is borderline like DND territory for me at this point.
Yeah, I agree with you. Couple good ones in the chat. Wu-Tang Killer Beast saying like the Edmund Gorman stack is just a cheeky St. Louis one light. I mean, there's paths where like those guys are hitting 1-2 at some point this season, right? Like that's pretty sharp. And then Rally with some nice context here. Brendan Donovan was hitting the ball harder than all but 4 players in the MLB last year at one point. So, I mean,
Brendan Donovan's a big boy.
Yeah, dudes who hit ball hard.
Dude, hold on. There's no way that Brendan Donovan weighs as much as they're saying he weighs. Unless I'm thinking, no, you know who I'm thinking of? I'm thinking of Alec Burleson. Brendan Donovan isn't necessarily a slim dude either, but I was thinking of Alec Burleson.
Yeah, Burleson's beefier and Donovan's got better hair. That's how you tell them apart.
Alec Burleson weight. He types into Google 212 over my dead body.
212, man. That's like me on a bad week. Come on.
212 after like fasting for 2 weeks, maybe.
Yeah, there's 0% chance that guy's 212, man.
Unbelievable.
I got in the cage the other day. Did I tell you this?
No. I was going to suggest we look at some pictures, but I'd like to hear about your experience there.
Maybe I'll share a video on the social or something like that. We were hitting with I was hitting off the tee and then hitting off the cage thing and using the tracker, tracking exit velocity and stuff. I like Fought. I don't take a ton of Bailey Ober, but I know the community likes him. Who do you like?
Fought, but I would scroll down, like cue him and scroll down. There might be like an emergency pick instead here. Fought's fine.
Who was the emergency pick you were looking for?
I'd just be like, you know what, just like give me Hayes.
E. Bryan?
We got O'Neal Cruz.
Yeah, I think there's a chance he comes back too, but we only got 4 outfielders right now.
We're gonna stack up. We're gonna go crazy at outfield 10 this draft. We're gonna give everybody the new meta in these drafts, which is take the slugging outfielders that for some reason go in the 20th round every time.
Okay. You want Hayes here then?
Yeah. Hayes is good.
You got me Pittsburgh pilled, man. This is back-to-back teams that I've had some semblance of Pittsburgh stack on, and I'm not feeling comfortable about it at all.
Top of the Pittsburgh order, man, isn't the worst. Isn't the worst.
It's not the worst. Famous last words.
Dude, the Hayes breakout is it's coming. So I'm excited for it. You get a good stack here. The starting lineup is really not bad. It's the rotation that is just like ridiculously bad.
Fair enough. There we go. Tailing the Key Brian there. Everybody likes the Key Brian here. We're just becoming like this. Yeah, GA, where do you get your ITS? Oh man.
People aren't ready for the Hayes conversation. Whenever like people start sorting by war, like let Key get off to like if he gets off to like a insane start.
You can't sort by war, dude. He's the best defensive third baseman in baseball. Like that just it adds so much value to war. It means nothing in our game.
I'm talking about the national conversation.
Oh, okay. You're not talking about fantasy.
I'm saying he gets off to like a hell of a first month, just compiles insane amounts of war with the glove. People are going to start to have a conversation.
I guess. Yeah, TA's right. That's hiding his pit exposures on my teams, making me pay it. I'm paying the rake here so Nez can draft the guys that he wants to draft, and then he on his own teams he just doesn't even pony up.
Don't check my exposures.
Here you go. Jewish McCaffrey's offering you money where your mouth is. Cheeky side bet. Total
I like
UD
both
points.
those guys. I like Keller and
sure?
Musgrove.
Musgrove got smoked yesterday, bud, by a depleted Dodgers lineup. Are you sure you don't want to overreact to the first game of spring training? He got shelled, man.
I need that to seep into this to ADP, and so we can get Musgrove discounts because they go side by side, and I can't take them both on the same team unless I reach like crazy.
What is Hayes adding to the lineup you have? That is a great point, T-Mac. That's a great point.
Dude, you drafted Jake Berger.
Jake Berger's sick.
Okay.
He could hit 40 tanks.
Stack him up with Tim Anderson. Have fun.
Actually, you know who I took last night? And it was kind of by accident because I was like looking and then I just kind of clicked and then I was like, whatever. I took Amed Rosario last night. Not terrible, but like I took him as the back end of a Tampa Bay stack instead of Brandon Lau.
Ahmed?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh shit. All right. Who are the outfield meta? Sal Frelick?
Uh-huh.
That seems like a shoot the moon guy here. Do you like him better than Kepler, Marte, Joey Meneses?
We'd like to get some points in outfield here. I do Frelick and then we're gonna scroll down to Matt Wallner too.
Okay.
I can't believe Matt Wallner goes where he goes.
I can't believe Nelson Velasquez goes where he goes.
Do you know Nelson Velasquez had more home runs than he had singles last year?
Yeah. I knew that one. I did know that one. After the trade from
or you can do Benintendi for your stack.
I don't like Benintendi.
Of course not.
Let's take Wallner. It's more fun.
Wallner's such a beast, dude.
We are looking like a little all over the place, and it's probably because we were just like talking and bullshitting and stuff, but we only got 5 pitchers and we don't have a ton of stacky stacks going here.
Let's see. We got 2 with the Yankees.
Yeah.
Another 2 with the Pirates.
Oh, yeah, we do. Okay. We got 2 with Cincinnati and 2 with Cleveland too.
Yeah, we got
8 stacked hitters. Yeah, never mind.
See, I'm keeping us on course, baby. Don't worry. We're just
all
gonna
right.
Grab a couple stacks on our way out the front door. I'm thinking this is 7-6-17.
Let's see. Done at infield with J-Ram, Ellie, O'Neill Cruz, Matt McLean, Anthony Volpe, Q Brian Hayes. Okay. Fine, Nez. Fine.
Or not.
No, I think you're probably right. I mean, outfield's definitely thinner for us when we're doing like the Frelick, Wallner, like that shit. So 2 pitchers and an outfielder with our last 2 here.
2.
Yeah, 2 pitchers and an outfielder.
Mm-hmm.
Is Brandon Donovan an infielder? He is, right? He was an outfielder in the dailies for a bit.
Yeah.
Dang.
So someone said that my
Burleson's outfielder.
Oh, my pick'em didn't. It didn't. We didn't. I can't see the box score on. How does MLB.com not have box scores for spring training? Are you serious? I just want to know who scored in the first inning. Jesus.
Maybe on mobile, like on the app. I think it depends which game too, and like whether the game's televised or not, or whether the game's.
We got so close, man. I had the Yerfie for Cubs and White Sox. Yerfie on San Diego and Dodgers. And then the Yerfie.
This Yerfie you're respected. What's a Yerfie?
Yes run first inning.
Oh.
Higher first inning. So Herfie. We're gonna call them Herfies and Lurfies now. And then the Herfie.
You tried to make up some slang like me playing puck, and nobody knew what you're talking about. Is that common verbiage?
Yeah, if you're a degenerate, yeah, you know what Nerfies are. But we went higher for first inning runs allowed, and went 2 for 3. Damn it, dude. Daniel Lynch. Is Daniel Lynch back? Are we not paying enough attention to Daniel Lynch?
I don't know.
Do you remember he got off to like a really nice start last season and then got hurt for the year?
Yeah, I mean, Daniel Lynch had like prospect pedigree too and threw hard, and he was like a thing for a bit.
Yeah, we can't do it though.
All right. We need 2 pitchers and an outfielder. Can you take Bradish at all, or is it just it's done?
It feels really, dude. It feels really bad.
Okay.
Cutter Crawford is interesting. Sean Manaea, JP Sears if he's still available.
Yeah, I took Manaea last night. I kind of like that.
Especially now that Senga, RIP, is banged up. Manaea's gonna start. I don't know. I hope they don't use an opener on him like the Giants did. I don't think that they will, but oh yeah, I think I was thinking about Chris Bubich. Lynch is Lynch is still Lynch.
Jock goes there. I we'll talk about Jock in 1 sec. I got Benintendi comes back to us. Brenton Doyle put on 20 pounds of muscle, by the way.
Marte
stacks.
Marte this late, like
just take it.
I think so.
Okay. ADP is an artificial construct to me, so I
mean, that's a hell of a value on him, man. 30 pick value?
30 picks. But like, yeah. I mean, we were almost getting the same discount on Benintendi, and Benintendi stacked. So maybe Benintendi was a better pick.
Yeah, I think Marte has the better ceiling, but yeah, maybe Benintendi. Like we have a ton of stacks at least.
That's fair.
I'm really like it might just be a little bit of like hopeful, wishful thinking that like Marte can bounce back after groin surgery and whatnot, but I mean he's gonna play every day in New York, so assuming his health holds up, like where he goes, like I think he can pay off where he goes. You know, we got him in the 19th round.
Right. Yeah. No, you're definitely right. And the other thing I would add to that is they have less bodies than they did last year to take away ABs, and they haven't made an effort to add anyone. Because like last year, it was like Canna was there, Galorme was there, Vogelbach was there. Like they had a whole bunch of bodies that could take ABs away, and they still gave him ABs. Like
Yeah, I
and
feel.
now this year they haven't done anything to remove those.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the health is like obviously like the big question mark there, but probably gonna hit in the middle of the order.
Yeah, I
Like
mean,
he
like
had
if
he
he's
had a really
playing,
down year last year, but like he's 35. I don't know, man. I'm just not ready to give up on him at this price.
fair enough.
So we going pitcher with this last pick then?
Yeah, that's what you suggested, 767, unless you change your mind. But
Maybe.
yeah, we did scroll past that was the name that jumped out to me. We talked about him a little bit the other day, how I wasn't buying the Korean League hype. You know who else was like Korean League all-star and then came back and everybody got excited for like half a minute and then wasn't?
Michaelis?
Oh, that's actually a bull case. Okay, fine. I accept.
Who are you gonna say?
The dude who came back for the Mariners, that Chris Flexen. He
Yeah.
wasn't an MVP, but like Chris Flexen to me was like the comp.
The Martian is swinging the bat per Terrence. Jocelyn Dominguez.
Ooh.
Oh, buddy. I haven't been taking him.
No. I just don't see a path. Like they could do what they did last year with Volpe and like create a path to him, like getting playing time, but like I just don't see a path. They need the DH spot for the Stanton and Judge combo of they don't want to put them in the outfield. They're a win now team. Like could he come up late in the season and be good? I think we're just like a little too rookie pilled because we've been spoiled in recent years with these young talents just coming into the league and like setting the world on fire.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't see a path for him ever getting more than 200 plate appearances this year.
Yeah, there's just like it's really risky. Really risky.
They got Marte hitting 5, roster resource does.
I know.
Interesting. I forgot about DJ Stewart. So like DJ Stewart can play some outfield too and platoon side because he's left-handed, but Tyrone Taylor. Yeah, that's about it. Oh shit, it's our turn.
It just got to us.
Okay. Cutter Crawford, you said. Eric, how do you say it again?
Fetty.
Fetty. JP Sears.
And I do like Paul Skeens.
Not Skeens. We got too many Pirates. Okay, who do you like?
Sears.
I feel like we take Sears in the last round every time.
Dude, because he's a smash. Because he's a freaking smash.
Okay, that's why. Let's look at Sears for a second because this might piss people off and this might be like a little too. What's the difference from like an Arsenal standpoint in Justin Steele and JP Sears?
I'd have to look. I don't know.
Like that. Let's look. Okay, so Steele's got 64% fastball, 92 miles per hour, 83 on the slider, 88 on a changeup that he never ever throws. I bet you like JP Sears stuff is like, I mean, now this isn't stuff metric. This isn't whatever. This is lazy pitch distribution. Yeah, it's basically the exact same. 92, 81, 84. That's it. I just was like thinking it was like funny that obviously Justin Steele's like a way better pitcher and it's just interesting.
I mean, I thought Sears was pretty impressive last season with the results. You know, pitched a lot because he had to, and
good park.
And he was so good in the minors.
Yeah, dude, they're literally the same age. JP Sears is a little smaller. I don't know. This is kind of like a funny comp, but it does have a little bit of merit. I mean, he walks more, and I don't know. It's pretty.
Let's see. He throws. Sears throws what, 93?
Yeah, it's basically like, I don't know. It'd be interesting to see like Eno's stuff metrics comparing the two.
They're on Fangraphs.
On Fangraphs, and look at Stuff Plus. Hold on.
I don't know where you have to go to find it, because I don't see it necessarily. I don't see it on the player page. You might have to go to leaders, pitching.
Okay. Pitching modeling, and Stuff Plus. There we go. Did I show it? Okay. All right, let's find.
You might have to increase the page size.
Okay, so Steele's at 23, right behind Logan Gilbert and ahead of Luis Castillo and Miles Michaelis. This is fastball stuff is below league average at 88. Slider 47.
I'm pretty sure 100 isn't average.
Oh, it isn't? Okay.
I'm almost certain it's not.
Okay.
So they like the slider is what's like doing it for Steele. The slider's
nice. Yeah, which makes sense. I mean, he's like a lefty thumber type where he's not throwing that hard. Like that back foot wipeout slider makes sense, right?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah. Let's check out. I don't know how much you're gonna have to increase this to find Sears.
we might have to increase to infinity to find Sears.
Let's go shopping at Sears. See how far down we got to go.
Dude, you 31 right behind Blake Snell. 93 on the slider. 93 on the slider.
Ahead of some good pitchers. If Stuff Plus is your thing, man, you should be into Justin Steele or JP Sears. Freudian slip there.
83 on the changeup, 93 on the fastball. Like, I mean, dude, our comp was spot on. They both have the same pitch mix. They both have like decent stuff for what they are, but they're not like amazing. They pitched about the same innings last year. Similar deliveries. I mean, we could go down the delivery rabbit hole.
Can you look up one more player for me?
Uh-huh.
Luis Medina.
Yeah.
200 should do it. I would hope. Damn.
I don't know how to spell. No. How do you spell Medina?
MED.
Hold on. We'll go to infinity and then see.
INA.
No. Nothing.
He might not qualify.
Yeah. Oh, it only. Oh, maybe I gotta hit refresh. Hold on. It only went to 44. Hold on.
There might only be that many.
I'm not logged in. Oh well. Luis Medina. Oh well. Okay, here. Sheep's got us some real baseball. 100 is average for all pitchers, but it's lower for starters due to relievers having better short-term stuff. Yeah, there you go. I wasn't that crazy off. He's like 25% Sears. Easy. Less by a lot. Oh, but I have a lot. Okay, there you go.
He's the man, dude. Sears is where it's at. Okay.
Let's entertain Easy here for a second. Problem with Steele versus Sears is Steele is in 22 went. Oh, interesting. So he went first half, second half ERA splits, and that Steele went like from bad to really good, and then backed it up in 23. with almost Cy Young campaign, and then Sears went the other direction despite pitching in a way better park.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's fair. And that's why they're separated by 120 picks in ADP.
That'll do
it. Very interesting. I like it. Yeah, Sears almost definitely sucks, but what if? That is basically the thesis of this entire show, Easy. So you love to see it.
Well, we drafted.
Oh man. Okay, Nez, before we bounce out of here, did you have your eyes on the Twitter sphere at all? I will pull up NBA. Anthony Davis, questionable Friday. LeBron, probable. There you go. So there you go. What we anticipated all the way through. And then we did not get an injury report update. Let me confirm here. Injury update on the Nuggets. Nuggets still not submitted. Warriors still not submitted. Hornets still not submitted. So keep your ear to the street on those ones. But looks like Wemby is safe because Spurs reported, and Wemby is not on it, nor is Vassell. And then Lakers, it says not submitted here, but according to the Underdog site 17 minutes ago, Cam Reddish doubtful, ADQ tag, which he's played through a lot this year, and LeBron probable. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I was hoping we would get an out tag on AD. We're getting a game time decision notification sooner than later.
I told you, man. And he's in the late window, so he's a late swap guy, and he's whatever. Like, just in John we trust with the injury report, bro.
I need LeBron to do his damn thing.
We gotta move LeBron up in the ranks is the end of the story. Regardless if he goes or not, or regardless if AD goes or not, LeBron is mispriced. That's the biggest takeaway from hoops right now.
There's got to be no resistance at all in the paint for LeBron. Like, are you kidding?
Yeah,
it's gonna be great.
Yeah, and like, I mean, they're not as big when you take, whatever. Who cares? They're not as big as they normally are when you take certain bodies out of that lineup. But they're a team that plays big, and the bigs kill the Spurs. Anyways. All right. Appreciate everybody sticking around this long. Do us a favor, hit that like, that notification, that subscribe on your way out the door. Please consider being a member. More member-only streams coming as soon as next week. Tons of fun stuff. And hit us with some feedback there in the Discord. I'd really like to know. It kind of gotten a little quiet in the Discord recently, and people kind of split up, sport-specific and stuff. But we've kind of been bouncing all over the place. If there's anything you guys want, specific content, specific guests, specific stuff like that, like, don't be afraid to hit us up, DM, open to tons of ideas, whatever you guys want to see. If you want to see nothing but drafts and us not even do like some of this walkthrough stuff, absolutely. Just open to it all. But any parting words, Ness?
I'm gonna see you in these lobbies. Good luck, everybody.
Damn straight. Good luck this weekend to everybody. Good luck on the NBA stuff tonight. And I will be filling dingers. I will be filling dingers for the foreseeable future. I think I got the house to myself tonight. I'm gonna have a nice chill evening, and I think I'm gonna rip some dinger drafts. So not confirmed, but I think that's gonna be the vibe, Nez.
I got an evening to myself as well, so we're good. We're
back. Oh, emergency stream.
I'm not gonna be in streaming condition. I will. I don't know, man.
All right, guys. Appreciate everybody hanging out. Everybody's favorite time on the show. Good luck today. The end. Peace.